story so far. One thing you should know about me first is I'm often funny when I'm not supposed to be, and I'm not funny when I'm supposed to be. So forgive me if this isn't as funny as you would like. This is a wandering journey. There's some bright lights up here. I grew up on the East Coast, and I wandered out to the West Coast some years back. I grew up in New York City. Anyone from New York City here? Alright, so, you know, when you get on the subways, and the doors are trying to close, you come on the intercom.
Doors closing.
And then the doors don't close, and like, doors close. Move the fuck back into the train, the doors closed, we gotta go. And so, I got to San Francisco, and I got on the subway there, BART it's called. And I get in, and they're like, stand clear for the doors to close, please. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful day. Thank you for riding BART. Wow, this is like Dorothy, Kansas kind of thing. And then, but the other thing is I get on, I go across the bay to Berkeley, and I'm walking across the street. And New Yorkers can also sympathize with me for this. You know, if the sign says don't walk, but there are no cars coming, you walk, right? So I'm walking, and this cop car literally comes from across the street and like zips over and like stops me, and he's like, "Son, do you know why I'm stopping you?" And I knew why he was stopping me, but I was like in disbelief, and I'm just like, "What do I do?" Okay, just play dumb. I'm like, "No, officer." He's like, "You were walking against the light there." I was like, "Oh gosh, really?" No way. He's like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "New York City." He's like, "Oh man, y'all don't respect the law there." He didn't even talk like that, but that's my impression. But you know, actually, what I really want to tell you about is that was just the lead up. Is when I wandered into wilderness. So who started it? Was it Dana? I was like, oh, she's stealing my theme, so we gotta mix it up with some urban stuff. So I decided to go into wilderness, and how y'all feel about audience participation? Okay, wait till you. We were good at that. Wait till you hear what I'm asking though. This is a story that is it's a little like outside of normal reality. So those who are willing to hear it from that angle, if you're willing, just stand up briefly. No, really, stand up. Thank you. Just no pressure, and take you know, it's crowded, so a very small, just step to the left. Step to your left. All right. Cool. Now imagining that you're sort of, you can sit down. You've crossed through a boundary, out of normal reality and into something where, I like to put it, it's more about exploring than explaining. So I decided to go on a 2-week wilderness quest. Maybe it doesn't sound as hardcore as a 30-day wilderness quest, but there's a 3-day vision fast in the middle where you don't eat, you're allowed to drink though, and you go off on your own, and it's pretty cool. The idea is like you sort of tap into the wilderness in yourself and see that mirrored in wild nature. That's pretty deep actually. So there's one point on the quest when we're given this task, and the task is imagine that you're about to die, you're about to risk your life, and there's a good chance you're going to die, and write a letter to someone that you really want to understand what you're doing, and probably won't understand. And within, I knew right away I was going to write you, so I started writing my letter, Dear Dad, and within half a second, tears just gushing down my eyes. And I was like, wow, this hit something really deep. And, we have a little while to write it, so I go outside, and I'm writing under this tree, and the words are flowing out as fast as the tears. It was just waiting to come out. And at one point, most of the way through the letter, I look up. You know this feeling like when someone's watching you? You can't look up and there are two birds flying above. And it was a big bird and a little bird. I can't think much more than that. Probably hawks. And they're circling together. And I watched them, curious, sort of, in a little bit of awe. And I shouldn't have been surprised, but I was really surprised when what happened next. The big one goes off this way, and the little one goes off this way. And I just keep watching them until I can't see them anymore. And they went off, they went off. And then I finished writing out my letter about why I'd left home to my father. Yeah, it was crazy. And, the rest of that trip I was like, I spent a few hours staring at this like toad that had horns, and I found out it was called a horny toad later, something like that. But now I'm back in Philly, and I don't need to tell you about SEPTA, so I just take a bike everywhere. Thank you.